Hi everyone and welcome to another Skyrim mod feature, episode 52. First up in this episode, we're going to take a look at Frostflow Lighthouse. Now this is a mod which changed the lighthouse into a player home and has many unique features and additions. In fact, because there's so many unique additions, I suggest if you like the look of the video, you go along to the mod page, download the mod and try it out for yourself, because there's a lot of things in here, a lot of things to explore and discover, and it's probably best to actually do that in game rather than judge off the video or any screenshots. However, having said that, I will give you a small rundown of what you can expect from the player home. As you can see here, there has been a large addition to the front of the lighthouse which faces out across the water in the form of this windmill / smithy. It's actually a really nice location to go and improve your weapons or craft new ones, as it has really great views across the ice landscape of Skyrim. You'll also find next to it there's a nice little garden with its very own guardian Spriggan. Down in the basement level of the player home, you'll find your enchanting table and alchemy table. You'll also find many storage locations and materials for crafting at the forge. On the upper levels, you'll find again plenty of storage and also many beds in which to house either followers or your family. The player home is also nicely decorated on the inside and out, and you'll find many features like this water fountain. But one of the most unique things about this player home is that it contains a door or portal through to a separate world space, which is in complete contrast to the cold, harsh climate of Skyrim, and here you'll find many beautiful areas to just sit and relax and take in this new extended scenery. Going back to the player home itself though, again you'll find many additions on the outside of the home, including guards and also workers which will attend to your cattle, smithy and also the garden. Again, I would recommend you go and try this player home out for yourself, because there is a lot of content in here and it will take you a while to wander around and just take in whether it is a player home for you. This next mod is a huge city overhaul, and it's called Aftermath Stormcloak Windhelm. The mod not only increases the size of Windhelm itself, but actually places buildings that already existed in different locations, and also extends the dock area to an extensive amount, and even adds buildings on the other side of the river to the city itself. In order to use the mod, you will need to have all the DLCs installed, and the mod author also suggests using this alongside Osmodius Windhelm texture pack. On the mod page, you won't really find any note of what changes have been made, because they're so extensive. There is a ton of things added to this city, and like we just saw with the player home, it's really worth downloading this mod for yourself and taking a wander around the city. There are tons of things to explore and discover here, and I do recommend you try it out for yourself in game. There is one unique feature I'd like to mention about the mod though, and that is some of the fountains and sculptures that you'll see among the city. They're in nice little places and they are a joy to explore and discover. This next mod is another player home, and it's called Ravenscale Cabin. It's by ClefJ, and you can find it situated in Dawnstar. It's a really nice and cozy cabin with actually a surprising amount of room inside. You'll find all the usual amenities you would expect from a player home, including the chopping block which is to the right of the house. However, you won't find any crafting stations such as a forge, etc., because as the mod author reasons, there is quite a few already in town, and every now and again it's nice to get out of your house and have a walk around. But to experience that for yourself, you have to download the mod, and as always there is a link provided in the description below. Inside the property you'll get what I feel is quite a higgledy-piggledy layout, but to me that's what gives the player home quite a bit of character. Also situated inside the property is quite a few areas for storage, and also areas for displaying things like shields and swords, including 5 weapon racks. There's also one master bedroom and 3 beds upstairs in the loft area which can be used for followers or children. The paintings themselves as well are all custom meshes. No DLCs are required to use this player home, and it also works well with Dawnstar Expanded, Dawnstar Fortified and other remakes to the city. Next up we have Rustic Word Walls. This is another mod from Gamwich in his Rustic series, this time giving you high resolution textures for the word walls that you find across Skyrim. With this mod you'll get a lot more detail on the word walls, a lot more of a rugged weather texture rather than the quite smooth face you normally see. This mod also utilises textures from another set of mods, and it's actually the Tamriel Reloaded Mountain series by 32cm. The mod comes in 3 different versions. There's a 1K, a 2K, and then one that also mixes the 2K diffused and 1K normal maps together to save a bit of VRAM. These before and after shots should show you the clear difference between the vanilla game and the 2K version of this mod. As you can see, the word walls do look a lot more weathered now, there's a lot more detail in there, and generally they look better than they do in the vanilla game. Next up we're going to look at a weapon mod which adds a new Scimitar to the game called the Sand Scorpion. The Scimitar has similar stats to the Glass Greatsword, and after initially obtaining the sword you can convert it to a one-handed weapon and back again at any forge. To obtain the weapon, all you need to do is go to Swindler's Den and you'll find it lying on top of a bedroll. You have 3 options in which to use to install the mod. You have the default version, which I believe is 2K textures, there's then an optional file for 4K, and also a patch for dual sheath redux. It's a really nice looking Scimitar with some great detail along the edge of the blade and also around the hilt. It's definitely worth a try if you like collecting weapons in Skyrim. And last up in this episode, we're going to take a look at the Quel'Delar, I hope I'm saying that correctly, by johnskyrim. This mod adds 3 weapons to the game, a dagger, a one-handed sword and a greatsword, and the modelled off a weapon that can be found in World of Warcraft. Each of the weapons can be crafted at the forge underneath the steel section and can also be refined using the grindstone. In terms of base damage, the dagger will do 8 base damage, the one-handed weapon 15 and the two-handed 20. Download options for the mod come in 1K textures, 2K and also 4K, and they're all dual sheath redux compatible. And if you like the look of the mod, as always there's a link provided in the description below. And that brings me to the end of another Skyrim mod feature, episode 52. If you've liked any of the mods that I've shown in this video, please do check them out on the mod pages. As always, again, links provided in the description below. And if you do use any of the mods, please do endorse. As always guys, thanks for watching, and if you've liked the video, please do drop it a like, it means a lot. And I'll see you next time with another mod feature.
Amen.